Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited for today's video. It is going to be my April recap for my makeup rehab series. I know that this video is coming a little bit later than I typically like to put it out, but I feel like I've kind of been behind on my filming schedule and just like not on top of it. So I have a very chaotic update to share with you. If you are unfamiliar with my makeup rehab series, in years past, it's really been kind of like my version of like a low buy, and it's like a beauty budget, beauty bank style project. But this year I've really I'm just using it to track the makeup coming into my collection each month, and I don't necessarily have like very specific goals. I will be doing a mid-year makeup inventory update, and pending what my makeup inventory is looking like, maybe we'll reassess. I don't want my makeup collection to grow by too much, but I also love to test and try new things, and I like to play with makeup. So this really has just turned into like a catch-all kind of monthly haul, and I split it into a few different sections. So we have the PR section, we have other beauty. So if I brought in any sort of like fragrance, body care, things like that, a way to kind of showcase, because I've been gaining an appreciation for fragrance the last couple of like year and a half. Just a way to show any fragrances or skincare products that might be coming into my collection. Third category is going to be palettes, and then any other beauty products that I brought into my collection, and then we'll end with any makeup empties that I had this month. I do still kind of keep track of my beauty bank. So at the beginning of the year, I started with a beauty bank balance of 0. For every makeup product that I bring into my collection, that counts as a deduction. So 1 beauty credit deduction, and then every makeup empty that I have counts as a beauty point added back into my beauty bank. So after the March update, my beauty bank was actually positive, meaning I had brought in less makeup into my collection than I had used up throughout the year, and I had a beauty bank of 5 heading into April. But we know the Sephora VIB happened in April, and so chaos has ensued. I also feel like I've gotten a lot of PR products, which I'm super grateful for, but that also counts towards my beauty bank. So if you're interested in seeing the products that came into my collection, as well as any makeup empties that I may have used up last month, stay tuned. For if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project planning content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. All right, you guys, I will leave timestamps linked down below. Also, how rude of me to come on here with like not glossy lips. I know, ugly to look at. Just kidding, of course, but we love a gloss. Okay, I will leave timestamps linked down below in case there's anything that you are not interested in. I do always like to just start with PR and get that out of the way. And like I said, I feel like I've gotten a lot of PR lately, and I'm super grateful for it. So Kaja is always so generous in the things that they send over, and they sent over all of their new dewy bars. I just have 3 pulled right now, but I have a total of 6, and actually these are I've used all but these 2 so far. So I've used all but Fig Smoothie and Berry Sparkler, but I actually have really enjoyed these dewy bars. I think they're really beautiful. They are a little bit sticky. I usually set mine. I feel like if you don't set it, you're gonna get that, like, if your hair is blowing in the wind, it's definitely gonna stick to your cheeks, which can be quite annoying. But I think that these are beautiful. My favorite shade is Cranberry Cooler, which is kind of this like nudie sort of shade, like a nudie reddy brown sort of shade that I feel like is just so beautiful. I also really like, I believe it's Peach Cobbler. Big fan of these. I would say if you're interested, I would recommend. Obviously, like, don't purchase if you're not interested or if you're just buying to buy. It's not like the best, most earth-shattering formula, but and it could be because I brought these with me. I feel like I'm finding myself right now, like I'll use a product and then I'll like use that product for like weeks on end rather than like cycle, which, you know what, if that's what's making my soul happy at this moment, then that is what it is. But I've actually been like, I was hooked on the dewy bar because I brought it with me to Las Vegas, and I've just been using usually a shade every other day or every 3rd day. I've really enjoyed that. So thank you so much to Kaja for sending those over. And then they also sent over, you guys, okay, so they usually will send out like a form asking if you're interested in specific products, and they said that they were releasing 2 new Kaja Stacks, and I was like, yes, I'm very interested. I love the Kaja Stacks, and I was truly just expecting these 2 stacks, the new ones, to be sent over. Which Cold Brew and Bubble Tea are the shades. A really beautiful kind of like nude a really beautiful like cool toned brown set, and then a beautiful like purple set. But they actually ended up sending over a box with 9 of their Kaja Stacks, which I was like leaping for joy about. So I set the 3 stacks aside that I don't currently, or that I already currently have, and I plan to send those out in an upcoming giveaway. But I did keep the stacks that I didn't have. You guys, I cannot wait to put cold brew on my eyes. I have, like, these are just, especially lately, I've been opting for a more simple eye look. Maybe not necessarily today, but day to day, I've just been opting for something so simple. I love to travel with these. I have a couple of up north plans, slash down south to like Iowa this summer, like so many just like weekends by the lake, and these are just perfect to just grab 1 or 2, toss them in your travel makeup bag, and they're perfect for on the go. So I was literally leaping for joy when I got these. Again, thank you so much to Kaja. I did post, if you're not following me on Instagram, shameless plug, but I did post little swatches of the 2 newest. I can try and insert clips too in case you're interested in checking them out, but go follow me on Instagram. Sometimes I swatch things over there. Okay, and then I wasn't expecting these 2 packages at all. And so I live in an apartment complex, and usually like I'll get an alert if I have like a package to pick up. But sometimes the mail carriers aren't the best. So one day I went to grab like a package from Amazon, and I actually found 2 more packages in the mailroom for me. And I was like, what are these? So I got one from Glossier, and they previously sent me a PR package earlier this year, but I was not expecting this and really wasn't expecting anything more from them. I honestly don't know how I was lucky enough to even get anything from Glossier in the first place. So they did send over their new balm.com in strawberry, which I was really excited about because my daughter is a huge fan of the old formula of the Glossier balm.com, but we've kind of held off on buying the new one because I haven't heard great things, which also did everyone see that Glossier teased potentially bringing back the old formula, at least like maybe in the mango scent. I feel like that's what people are speculating. I would be over the moon. My daughter would be even happier. Right now she is using the Laneige Cotton Candy. Like that is her new go-to because she finished up her other Glossier one. All that to say, I will say I do prefer the old formula. And my only gripe with this is it's like a bright fuchsia pink. And it's like one of those products that I feel like I need to like, I can't just like willy-nilly apply it without looking in a mirror because it could get like outside of my lip lines and look a little bit silly. But it does smell like a strawberry. It kind of brings me back to like strawberry chapstick, like the lip smacker days. It brings back a very nostalgic scent for me. So I've only used this I think 3 times so far, so I don't have my full thoughts on it, but thank you to Glossier for sending that over, and so far I've enjoyed that. And then I got a package from Lawless as well. I was selfishly hoping it was more Lawless Forget the Fillers, but I was still very excited that it was Lawless Forget the Filler, but just not the lip gloss. So I didn't realize that they had released a skin plumping line smoothing perfecting cream, which looks so beautiful. I haven't used this yet, but very excited about this. And then they sent over another of the Forget the Filler overnight lip plumping mask. This one is in Sweet Dreams, which I also haven't used yet, but I have the cherry vanilla in the lip plumping overnight mask, and I don't use this as an overnight mask because it has a bit of that tingling sensation, but it is very unique in that I actually feel like although it has that tingly sensation, it truly, my lips feel more hydrated after using this. So I'm really excited to have just a different shade. It looks just like a light pink. I'm sure it probably applies sheer. Final PR product to share with you guys. We can now move into the other beauty sort of portion, and I don't have a lot. So 2 of the products are gonna just be repeats from my VIB sale, but the 2 fragrances I brought in this month were the Jo Malone Yuzu Zest Cologne. Oh, I also forgot about my Salt and Stone body mist, which isn't my favorite. It's sitting by my bed because I've been using it as a bed mist just because it doesn't have the longevity, so I also brought that in. And then I have the Nette Cocoa Fleur scent, which I've actually really enjoyed. This is like a complex coconutty sort of scent in my opinion. Some of you more well-rounded, more well-versed fragrance lovers out there are probably like, girl, that's just a basic coconut scent. But I did bring this into my life. And then the only other product I wanted to share is I did purchase the Pistache Skincare Pistachio Body Butter, Hydrating Pistachio Body Butter. Again, I picked this up on Amazon. I have owned this in the past. I really love this, clearly. It's what I have been using every single night. And it is just, it is very rich and very sweet, but it is just, Like if you like a pistachio scent, and it is so hydrating on the skin. If I'm not in like my lavender skincare era routine at night, this is what I'm using. And there is something about this scent that I feel like I kind of associate with bedtime now. So I feel like it like helps me fall asleep. But anyway, love this. Speaking of pistachio, I also forgot. I knew I was missing one fragrance. I also brought in the Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato fragrance into my collection this past month. So that was another like other beauty product. Now we can get into all of the makeup. It feels so overwhelming to have all of these makeup products sitting out in front of me. And I'm gonna just try and like easy breezy lemon squeezy go through all these so quickly because it's basically all gonna be a repeat from my Sephora VIB sale haul, with the exception of the only products I brought in that maybe you don't know about. I think it's just the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I purchased this like the day before my trip to Las Vegas because I just wanted something that was gripping. I had recently purchased the Patrick Star One Size Gripping Primer, but I didn't want to take this with me to Las Vegas. So I did bring in the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer last month, as well as the One Size Secure the Glow Primer. So 2 primers came in. I did bring in the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base last month. I'm almost through my Fenty Beauty one, and this is my favorite eyeshadow primer. Oh, sorry, I did bring a 3rd primer in. I forgot I also picked up the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Base Primer, just the mini. This is my favorite smoothing primer of all time. I brought 1 concealer in. I brought in the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I brought in 3 foundations, actually 4, but I returned 1. And I have a birthday haul coming up, and the products that I'm hauling for my birthday haul all came in May, and I'm going to wait until May to include those in my next Makeup Rehab update, just so I can get this up, and then I'll do my birthday haul. Okay, so the 3 foundations that I brought in to my life this past month, I have the Supergoop Protect Tint Daily SPF. I have absolutely loved this, and I have another one of these coming in that birthday haul in a different shade. Then I also have the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, also been loving this, as well as the Very Valentino Foundation. All 3 foundations I have been enjoying so much. I'm glad that I brought all those in. Well, I'm glad that I enjoyed all the ones that I brought in. It's probably a little excessive to bring in 3 foundations. I did purchase the Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake Powder, which also came in. I have 2 bronzers. I have the Gucci bronzer in the shade 1, which I purchased during the sale. And then I also picked up one of the new ones from NYX, which I have yet to try, and I need to get around to trying this. This is the Buttermelt bronzer, and I picked mine up in the shade Deserve Butter. My sister also gave me the Rare Beauty bronzing stick in the shade Bright Side, so I did bring this into my collection. I didn't purchase it, but it will count as, you know, negative towards my beauty bank. 2 blushes came into my collection during the sale. I have the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Cheer, and then I have the Patrick Ta blush in She's the Moment. And then finally, a ton of lip products. So speaking of Lawless, forget the filler, I did pick up the shade Nudie during the sale. I've really been enjoying this. I picked up 2 of the Too Faced Kissing Lip Jellies. I have the shade Bubblegum as well as Sour Watermelon. Also been enjoying those. I have the Ulla Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. Also been loving this. And then the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Iconic Nude. And then finally, the last 2 products, I have the Fenty Beauty Melon Treat Lip Oil as well as the Tower 28 Lip Softies. So those are all the products that came in. It's a lot, and I know my beauty bank, we were at 5. We had 5 credits, meaning that if I brought in 5 more products, we would still be at like an even level of makeup products that came in. So my makeup inventory technically shouldn't grow or decrease by any. I don't know if that makes sense at all. Okay, so that means total number of products that I purchased for myself this month was 21. Year to date, I'm at 37 total makeup products purchased. And the amount of PR products that are makeup products, I don't count palettes. Oh my gosh, you guys, I totally forgot to do my palette section. And the reason I forgot is I didn't bring any eyeshadow palettes. I didn't purchase any eyeshadow palettes throughout the month of April. Can you even believe it? I know, I was shocked too. I was like going through my drawers and I was like, are we sure I didn't purchase any palettes in April? Like, are we sure? And I didn't. So anyway, I don't count palettes towards my beauty bank, and the reason I don't do that is because I really like to focus a lot of my content on palettes. So I don't want to I just don't want to make it a thing. I strictly only count makeup products towards my beauty bank, not like fragrance and skincare, even though I am sharing those things with you. And the reason being is I'm really only super concerned about my makeup inventory. I will say my fragrance inventory has grown by quite a bit in the last year, but we're not focusing on that. Anyway, as I was saying, so I purchased 21 makeup products. I did bring an additional 9 makeup products in through PR. So the year-to-date numbers, I have brought in 29 PR makeup products to my collection this year, and I have purchased 37 makeup products so far this year. Now let's get into my beauty empties before we finalize how negative my beauty bank is. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of beauty empties this month. It's one of my worst months for beauty empties, but that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna roll with it. I only have 4. So I have 2 minis, but they still count as empties. I have the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop little foundation here. I finished this up. I got everything I could get out of it. I really haven't been enjoying the Eaze Drop liquid foundation these days. Even I feel like I go hot and cold with it. I think my skin's just been too dry. And then I also finished up the little mini Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. I obviously love this product because I purchased another one during the sale. I did finish up one of my Clarins Lip Oils. I do have one other Clarins Lip Oil currently in my collection. I really love this lip oil. I know it's pricey, but in my opinion, it's one of the best lip oils I've tried on the market, and I've gone through multiple tubes of this and continue to repurchase it. So that is an empty. And then the final empty I have to share, I'm very excited to have another foundation empty for the year. I have finally finished off my Iconic London Super Smoother. This is a very beautiful tinted moisturizer. I love this because it really does even out the complexion. It really is smoothing, but it's not heavy on the skin, and it is just a beautiful product. It's something I almost purchased again during this Sephora VIB sale, but because I was already purchasing so many foundations, I made myself hold off. But I would highly recommend this product, and it's definitely something I could see myself purchasing again in the future. Nevertheless, it is an empty, meaning we just have these 4 beauty empties. So, as I said, 9 PR makeup products, 21 purchases for a total of 30, which would bring our beauty bank down to -25. And then we emptied out 4 products, meaning we get to increase or give back 4 credits. So we're at -21 in the beauty bank. And May, typically I bring some products in too, just because it is my birthday month. I have a beauty haul coming up, so there's more things coming, but maybe this summer we need to just ease back. There's, you know, I just want to like be outside and enjoy the summer, and then maybe we can get back into like purchasing makeup in the fall. We'll see how it goes. Cause I'm sure they're gonna release beautiful blushes, I'm just gonna stop rambling. Anyway, you guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this makeup rehab update. I would love to know in the comments, did you have a good April? Did you spend a lot in April? I had clearly a horrible April in terms of spending, but that is gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.